Hey y'all, welcome back to WTC, What's the Connection? Today we're going to be talking about T-Pain and his rants against Tupac.
Look, first off, cause I'm a big Tupac fan forever. You know what I mean? Tupac, his songs kept me grounded. You know, just a lot of stuff that he said that I felt like he was talking about me. I'm quite sure there's a lot of people that just like when you go to the church and it sounds like when the pastor saying about certain things, it looked like he looking at you, talking to you.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Tupac music. T-Pain had no right to even comment on anything with Tupac, because the way I look at it, T-Pain, and this is no disrespect towards T-Pain, because you never know when you're gonna see anyone. But my thing is let the dead rest in peace for one. And number two, you can never fill that man's shoes, ever. Any of your songs, you can't refill that man's shoes. I can name songs that got me through. I Wonder If Heaven Got It Ghetto, Mama Just a Little Girl, To Live and Die in LA, Death Around the Corner. It's just a host of songs. His music is timeless. So for that brother to say, no one's gonna listen to Bartender and feel good the whole day because somebody talking about a bartender. You know, it's nothing. You know, this, like I said, it's no disrespect towards T-Pain, but none of his music can get you through the day. And I'm gonna say that because I have not heard. I'm a DJ, you know, and I have not heard any of his songs that could relate to any type of thing that I was feeling or whatever got me through the day. I never heard it. None of his songs.
So I feel like the little bit I've heard about what T-Pain was saying, I know he has a platform like a podcast or some kind of show that he has. I ran across it on YouTube a few times. He went live, but I'm not a subscriber to his podcast. I know from listening to T-Pain through the years, his music is more geared towards like the club,
party crowd.
Yeah, going to the club, especially the strip club. Yeah. Falling in love with a stripper, wife and a stripper. It's nothing wrong with stripping. It's a dance. It's a performance with your body, showing your sexuality. But for him, I have a saying that I say, you can't go before the master.
Tupac basically was the blueprint to all of this. Really.
Tupac was on the scene way before him. Mm-hmm. Way before him. And including some other artists, but he laid a foundation for black music, for our music, for hip hop, rap. How dare you say some mess about if he was here today, he would have been got murked and all kind of stuff. Just talking crazy out of his mind, out of his mouth. A lot of people are saying that he might have been drunk or high or both on his platform when he said these things, and that might be a reason why he came out and said it. But you know, a drunk man don't tell no lies. He was speaking from his heart when he said these things, and I'm just really shocked. I could see if he said something about maybe the new artists that we have out right now, because a lot of that music that we have today is very different.
I call it fast food music.
Yeah, like it's really different from what I remember listening to coming up with 90s. Rap and hip hop, 90s rap, 80s, even some 80s, you know, even like the early 2000s. You know, that music was very different from what I'm hearing today. Like I can't even listen to it. I try to tolerate it for you know, my teenagers, but I really don't like that music.
They just talk about killing and all that.
Yeah, like I mean, our music did a little bit of that as well, but
Tupac, yeah, he talked about.
But it had a balance.
It was a balance, exactly. It was definitely a balance. Me personally, I look at Tupac as a dude that was a legend in the game. You know, he told a story about most people's lives, what was going on in most people's lives. You know, and yeah, he did do some, say some disrespectful things about women, and you know, and say some gangster type stuff. But at the same time, if you look at his documentaries, he clarifies why he said it. You know, he didn't just say it out of just saying it. You know, you got to look at the documentaries to really know who that man really was. You know, and he's loved throughout the whole world, to be honest. Everybody, everywhere. There's a lady on YouTube right now that's saying something about his music. And she ain't no black sister, she a white sister. You know, I didn't really get into the whole logistics or what she was saying, but I know her music was based on Tupac music. I mean, well, what she was saying was based on Tupac's music.
Yeah.
So I don't know. My thing is, I just think that he needs to give a nationwide apology for talking about that brother. That brother has been through a lot. That brother been through the Black Panthers Party. He lived that. He was part of that. And he really couldn't live a life because of that. You know, so and there's a lot of other fools out there that made statements as well. And they just what's due to them. You know, a brother by the name of Wack 100, he was talking crazy about Tupac and everything. And just on that note and what he said, he's getting back. A lot of people is giving him the drama back. You know, but yeah, that was disrespectful. And in order for T-Pain to gain his legendary status in whatever he did, he need to give an apology to Tupac. He need to do that. And me personally, I don't never fight for any celebrities, but Tupac wasn't a celebrity. He was that dude used to be hanging in the projects in Brooklyn, and he was worth a whole lot of money at that time. But he was at the dirtiest parties and hanging with all of the people in the hood. So he didn't really think. DMX was the same type of dude. You know,
foundation.
Exactly.
Founding fathers of rap and hip hop.
Exactly. Because the original, see, you had the first generation of hip hop, right? That was Curtis Blow and, you know, and all those brothers. Then you had Public Enemy and them. They was the second generation, and I believe Tupac and DMX was the third generation of hip hop. So all of this stuff that's going on today right now is built off a foundation of Tupac. It's the blueprint of Tupac.
And he was here before T-Pain.
Exactly.
How can you talk about a master? Exactly.
This man mastered the hip hop industry up to date, and just to speak on what he said, if Tupac was here today, he'll get murked by a lot of the rappers. Let me tell you something, T-Pain. Tupac was a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. Us Geminis, we're chameleons. We evolve around whatever our situation is. We can readjust. We don't stick to just one thing. We readjust to our situations. You know, if we're in a tough situation, we can work it out so it could get to a better situation.
And also, Geminis stand for kings and queens of swords. Swords meaning the tongue, the sharpness of the tongue.
Always
so he was quick with his mouth. He knew how to rap.
Indeed.
He knew how to spit and speak the truth, because that was his strength with being a Gemini. Air. Air is the throat. The throat chakra. So, you know, and because he was double ear, because Gemini is double, two polarities.
Yes, indeed.
So, you know, I just feel like
I think that
was just disrespectful. I didn't know. I didn't hear the whole podcast or whatever they was talking about. I just happened to hear on a few platforms that he said some things and it was just wrong. And
most definitely.
how can you, like I said, how can you disrespect the master But even if he doesn't apologize, he'll be dealt with.
But you know what? The thing is, what T-Pain don't realize is Tupac is worldwide. Tupac, his fans, I'm one of them, you're one of them. We, it's a lot of us. It's a lot of us Tupac fans. It's a lot of us because we listen to Tupac music. It got us through the day with whatever was happening throughout the day. I used to drive around listening to Tupac. You know what I'm saying? I used to drive around and, I wonder if Heaven Got a Ghetto. That was like one of the songs that I ran a lot because it told the truth. It told the truth, When I Get Free. That was another song.
And when you felt like being ratchet, you listen to I Get Around.
Nah, I Get Around. That was like you trying to pick some lady up or something.
I liked it though.
But,
I liked it.
But it was when you felt like just like the song talking about the police and what they was doing wrong and all that kind of stuff. You will listen to NWA, but you definitely will listen to Tupac because see, what T-Pain would never do is T-Pain would never, and I mean he would never defend anybody on the side of the road that was getting dealt with by two guys who this man didn't even know they was cops, and he shot at them. Tupac shot at them, and I think he wounded one of them, and he claimed it was self-defense. But you know what? If he would have knew that they was cops, it probably would have been a worse situation for them because he was totally against it. T-Pain, you can't fill this man's shoes, brother. Your shoes are small shoes compared to this man. You can't even begin to walk into this man's shoes.
And how can somebody who once admitted that he was like scared to really do music again because he felt like Jay-Z dissed him and kind of abused his his ego at one time. He admitted that.
I'm gonna tell you something about that. See, the thing I like about Tupac, because getting back to that era, right? Okay, I'm gonna tell you, T-Pain for one, he don't have a foot in the door of that era, or if you ask me, anything at all. As a DJ, the song that everybody liked to play was Black and Yellow and Bartender. That was the songs that everybody, let me hear T-Pain, Black and Yellow, or Bartender. Nobody ever asked for any of the other songs that he had. But the thing is Tupac and Biggie was big, right? Nas was there. So you got Tupac died, Biggie died, Nas dropped the ball, Jay-Z took over. If Nas didn't drop the ball, Jay-Z wouldn't even been around. Because Jay-Z, I'm from Bedford-Stuyvesant. Jay-Z for one, I claim Bed-Stuy, but I was born in Flatbush, Kings County Hospital. I roamed in East Flatbush, but Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn is where I claim. Okay, now, again, Jay-Z only had like a few songs that was hits. Okay, Can't Knock the Hustle, Reasonable Doubt, that album, it only had a couple of hits up there. It wasn't really that famous like that. So T-Pain, if you're gonna let somebody like that just got into the business put you down, it's by luck that he out there now. It's just by luck. It's just by luck that Jay-Z made it. Because Jay-Z wasn't gonna make it. If he didn't push hard enough, DMX would have took it. But he pushed hard, and there was some doorbells rung and some phone calls made, and now he here. So if you gonna let, and not to say nothing bad about Jay-Z,
I can't say nothing, but
I like Jay-Z. I love Jay-Z music. Yes, you know what I'm saying. I mean, Jay-Z.
Always been a fan of Jay-Z.
Yeah,
Jay-Z poster in my bedroom. legend growing up.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jay-Z, don't get me wrong now. Jay-Z, like, he had plenty of songs that I listened to get me through the day. What's going on, brother? You know what I'm saying? He had plenty of songs that I listened to get me through the day, just like I did Tupac. But the thing is that he wasn't an automatic superstar. He didn't gain superstar status overnight. So no disrespect towards Jay-Z, but I'm just saying.
But one thing about Jay-Z, sorry to cut you off, but one thing about Jay-Z, he kept going.
He kept going. Exactly.
There was a moment where he was stagnant. He had gave up for a little bit.
Exactly. And you know what? I commend Jay-Z because the community that he come from, I come from as well. But the thing with what I'm saying is that the reason why I made the statement about T-Pain unless somebody like that, you know, not saying it in a disrespectful way toward Jay-Z, but Jay-Z before he made it, it's a lot of loopholes he had to go through because a lot of people was hating on him. He was talking about some of the, like when he go on tour, some of their changing rooms was bathrooms, dirty, nasty, pissy bathrooms. So, you know, I commend that brother. He made it when nobody else didn't. But he didn't have superstar status first. T-Pain, as soon as he came out the door, he got popular with his style of music, which was the auto-tunes, right? So my thing with what I'm saying is that, brother, don't try to disrespect somebody when you let somebody that wasn't popular like that come out the door. He wasn't popular like that, but you let him come out the door and put you down. So how strong can you really be? I'm waiting for you. How strong can you really be?
Not that strong. I know that.
You know, but I just want to thank you. What's the connection? You know, I want to thank you for coming on your show.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
You know,
Glad to have you.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. I mean, it was a good conversation because it was needed. And again, you know, I think that T-Pain, that was very disrespectful. I do like him as an artist, but I'm really not a his songs don't really move me like that. It's just when you DJing in a club and you just need a quick fixer up to get the people on the floor when nothing else works.
Yeah, people feeling they music, people feeling they drink. You know, and it has to be a certain scenery as well. You know, I know his music is very popular.
With the younger crowd and all that stuff.
Not really, because there's a lot of people in their 30s and 40s that really enjoy T-Pain music. I've came across a lot of people, but his music is you mainly hear his music in the strip club. The club, you know, when you go into the club, you dancing, you know, with the ladies, and you at the strip club, and you know, you chilling with the fellas and the ladies is dancing. That's when you usually hear his music. So his music has a place in black music. So, you know, I'm not saying that he's a bad artist, but I enjoyed him when he had features with other people.
I think he was clout chasing when he did that.
I think so too. I think he was looking for attention because right now a lot of people want to be seen. A lot of people want to be seen. A lot of people been making a lot of mistakes.
Lewd comments about people who they know is legendary.
Yeah.
You know,
I've been hearing a lot of different musicians and celebrities have been talking about other people.
I just think that you know, once again, you know, I don't want to be on the show that long. But I just think that and this is a lesson from you know, about what T-Pain did. Also, there was a couple other rappers that did it too. Lil Wayne said he was the new Tupac. Lil Boosie said he was Tupac. You know, not near one of y'all brothers could, and this is not going disrespectful to any of y'all brothers, but not near one of y'all brothers could claim that title. The shoes is too big for y'all to step in. This man is he was universal. He done did it with the best, and his music is still relevant of today. If you listen to his music, it's still saying things was happening right now. Okay, it's a lot of it. Fame, the song Fame. Okay, one thing we all adore. Something is worth fighting for. Nothing but fame stuck in this game. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but that song Fame, y'all check that out and listen to that, cause that's saying some heavy shit. Real talk. I don't know if you ever heard it before, but look it up. That song is speaking some true shit, man. Tupac did his thing with that. That's one of the songs he did his thing with. I'm telling you. But like I said, it was a pleasure. Yes, indeed.
Thank you for tuning in, y'all. What's the connection? WTC. Until next time.